Hi, and welcome to another episode of She Said It Anyways. If I could go back to when I was 25, I would tell myself not to stop trying. I would do everything I did and more. And I'd also tell myself to stop begging for things that I'll eventually outgrow. You know how they say your 30s are better than your 20s? They're better in a sense where they're calmer and more peaceful. I'm just about to turn 32 in a couple of months. But my 30s phase started at the end of my 20s. My 20s were very chaotic, mentally, emotionally, physically. And when I mean physically, I mean I used to not have a proper sleeping schedule mentally because I tried different things and I've been through different friendships and I wanted to be chosen. So I went on a mental roller coaster and an emotional roller coaster. So let's start by talking about self identity and validation in 20s versus 30s. And I'll tell you about mine. In 20s, most of us are searching for their identity and searching for validation. When most of us graduate from university, we just entered the job market and we're chasing roles. We're chasing approvals from people, from our friends, from our communities, because we haven't tried much. So, this is the phase where we're trying different jobs, being in and out of relationships. Relationships could be friendships, not necessarily only romantic relationships. A lot of us also date during this phase. And let me tell you, in my 30s, I'm no longer chasing that validation. I am choosing instead of being chosen. I choose the job that I want. I know what I want. I choose my friendships. I choose where I want to hang out. In my 20s, I remember I was accepting every invitation I got to every hangout, every party. I wanted to feel like I belong. I wanted to fit in. I still want to belong, but I choose where I want to belong now that I know what works for me. And now when it comes to relationships, and when I say relationships, whether it's romantic or friendships, but in romantic relationships, I used to chase butterflies. I mean, that was the indicator for me that this is going to be good relationship. If I have butterflies for somebody, that's it. And in the past few years, let me tell you, I don't remember the last time I felt butterflies. Been a while. I no longer chase butterflies. I know what I want in my partner, my future partner. I'm not in a relationship right now, but I know what are the characteristics of my potentially perfect partner. And butterflies is definitely not an indicator. When it comes to self trust, and this is a very important one, because in my 20s, I've tried different things. And that's the phase when, again, I emphasize on trying many things. And you're not sure. One of them is trusting yourself. And when you hit your 30s, you tend to listen to your body more. Your gut feeling tells you what's right for you, and you tend to listen to it. And that's because it has seen so much in its 20s that it knows what works and what doesn't work. So, 20s, you might feel like what's happening. And it's okay not to have things figured out. Even in your 30s, you might have things not figured out. I don't have things figured out yet, but I know what I want. And some people reach their 40s and 50s and they don't have things figured out yet. And that's okay. I remember when I was in my 20s, I thought, that's it. I know what I'm doing. And if you're in your 20s, you would probably agree with me. You might go like, but yeah, I know what I'm doing. And if you're in your 30s, you would relate to this. I thought, I know what kind of job I want in my future. I know how to deal with life. I know how to deal with my friends. My personality is well built. And I'm not saying that your personality isn't well built in your 20s, but it's shaping up. So keep your mind open to this, that you're still growing and you're changing in your 20s. So if you're still in your 20s or you have friends in their 20s, share this video with them. And if you're in your 30s, tell me, what did you do in your 20s that when you look back, you're like, oh, I was wrong? And share it in the comments. If you like this episode, follow me on Instagram and YouTube, like this video, and share it with people you know. And see you next time.